Hey, my name is Duane Forrester. I'm here from Seattle, Washington, representing Bing this week at the Barkworld conference.
And what are you thinking about Barkworld Expo so far?
I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. I had more than a few chuckles in my office when I told folks I was coming here, and they kind of looked at me and said, "Seriously?" And I said, "Yeah, check the stats on the size of the industry. The folks that I'm going to be talking with are social media experts, and these are the people we want to be talking with. These are the folks we want to influence and help them create better products." That's exactly the sort of person that we're looking to influence at Bing.
So tell me about your session. Like, what was the main focus of your topic?
Well, the main focus, it started off as SEO, and then we moved into social, and then we get into a bunch of other things. The main focus is essentially to help people understand what they need to focus on around search and how social is blurring the lines now, and you can't ignore one for the other. You have to pay attention to them. We heard in the keynote this afternoon from Yelena at Yahoo that if people aren't managing social, don't worry about it. Other people are managing it for you. And that was essentially the message I had yesterday was you have to take control of this. And if you're not active, others will be active about your brand without you involved. So the main message is you have to take action on this. You have to control this. And whether it's good or bad that's beside the point. You just have to be active with it to start.
Now, why do you think so many people are kind of missing that, or they're not getting it? Because it seems like a lot of brands either go in a different direction or they don't tend to see the importance of it.
Yeah, there's in business generally, there's a trend, and everybody likes to silo products, right? I'm a marketing manager. This is what I do. My job is to make sure X happens at a certain time, and that's what I do. Social and search are those areas that don't really fit necessarily with the current crop of job descriptions. So they end up being handed to people, and not necessarily both items together at one time. They realize there's a lot of work in both areas, which often contributes to that effect, where businesses simply look at it and say, wow, that's an awful lot of work, so we're going to need another employee. And they give it to another employee, and then that person is siloed from another person. So there's no cross-pollination, which really does need to happen. So it's a holdover from how we normally do business offline in North America, and it influences how we look at online, and it needs to change.
So what's the one thing you're hoping that people take away then from your speech? I mean, what's the one thing that you hope people really get?
Yeah, it's the power of social. Whether you're involved or not, social's happening with or without you. And if you're involved, then you're going to build a lot of value with your community. Those people are going to propel you to success. They are going to make you an authority on your topic, and you are going to come out ahead as a winner in your niche. If, on the other hand, you're not paying attention to it, thinking it's too much work, you're not investing in it, you know what? Your competition's going to get ahead of you, and worse, somebody has an issue with your website, you'll never know about it, or your product. You'll never know because you're not communicating, which really, that's what people want today. They want to know that brands and people are willing to communicate. If they're not willing to communicate, they'll go do business elsewhere. So get out there and communicate.
Exactly. Now, what's the most interesting thing you saw or learned or heard this weekend?
Without a doubt, it was during Elena's presentation this afternoon about making sure that you find your voice and making sure that you stay on target, you pick your niche, and you get in there. I've heard it said many times before, and it's well worth repeating. If you want to be an expert in a field, share everything you know. Continually learn and share that out, because others will amplify your expertise, and that's what makes you an authority. You're not an authority when you claim it. You're an authority when other people tell you you are.
Oh, that's a good point. Something that we all need to remember. So what's new and exciting coming up with Bing?
Well, we're doing a lot of work with startups. So we've been meeting with a lot of different startup businesses around North America, or at least in the U.S., having a good time with them, seeing lots of cool new ideas. In my world, I work specifically with the Webmaster program at Bing. So we give away statistics and data for websites. They're free tools there. So we produce a lot of fresh content, helping people understand how to do social. In fact, this morning I posted up on the Webmaster blog an article on how to build your social following. So lots of good bullet point information in there on building a social community and how to do it right and what to avoid.
And where can people find you online?
Oh, if you want to find me online, go to @Duane Forrester and you will reach my left pocket as my phone vibrates. That's
Great. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today. And we are here from Barkworld Expo 2011.